AFC East football from the Sunshine State in beautiful Miami Gardens, Florida. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Dolphins, as Tua Tagovailoa leading the 0-1 squad into battle against their division rival New England Patriots, led by Drake May, with a 1-0 record through the opening week of the simulation season. Glad to have you guys join me for another exciting game here in week number 2, a week filled with upsets to the brim. Will we see another one here tonight with the New England Patriots taking down the Miami Dolphins? That will be figured out within the next hour and a handful of minutes. Drake May, though, with a legacy Week 1 performance, ending up with a huge overtime victory against the Las Vegas Raiders. As for the Miami Dolphins, a disappointing offensive performance came up well short of Anthony Richardson and the Indianapolis Colts. That matters none, though. What matters is which team will show up today as Jason Sanders gets us started from Hard Rock Stadium. Underway with a return taken by New England. Good move up the middle to the 29-yard line, and that is where Drake May will begin week 2 in year 2. Very exciting first season, the quarterback out of North Carolina. A lot of lingering doubts for him. Didn't have the best preseason, but he is a future-seeking QB. As we welcome everybody joining me today, SM Baked Bean, John Ziller, diehard Fitz fan back here, and Chili as well. And here we go. Drake May going to start us out from under center. Already looking to throw this one deep, stepping up in the pocket and immediately sacked by Bradley Chubb. First play, we already got a highlight. How about it? What up, Games? What up, Santorio? What up, Silver Knight? There you go. Welcome. Finally catching one live. Mike McDaniel, the epitome recently of mediocrity. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride in the AFC East. That'll happen when the Patriots pass the torch to Buffalo, and the Dolphins just the stepchild that took the division when Tom Brady was injured. 2nd 19, check down, caught by Matt Collins. Here's a former Buffalo Bill. While we're talking about it, a handful of those on this Patriot offense, including wide receiver 1, Stephon Diggs, looking to make a big impact today. Had a touchdown in their 27-24 victory last week against a mighty Raiders effort. Patriots, though, with a lot of faith this season to make a playoff run potentially. Drake May going downfield, and that's exactly why. Hunter Henry across the 50. 36-yard gain on 3rd and long, and the Patriots continue the drive. It is a short-handed tackle made by Jalen Ramsey. I'm glad I could be the voice of therapy while you guys are at work. That's incredible. Ramondre Stevenson awaits his first handoff. Going to have to wait even longer, though, because Drake May looking to fire this one. He'll check it down to his running back, make sure he gets a touch up to the 40-yard line. Brought down by Jalen Phillips. Talk about this Miami defense a little bit. Kenneth Grant and Jordan Phillips on the defensive tackles. Matt Dickerson, Zach Sealer, Jalen Phillips, Tyrell Dodson, Jordan Brooks, Bradley Chubb, Storm Duck, still the coolest name at off corner, Jalen Ramsey, Keter Kohu, Melo Fonwu, and Ashton Davis make up the safeties for the Miami defense. And being tested right downfield, Stephon Diggs got a block, angling to the end zone. What a play for the former Texan. 40-yard touchdown. And this is the guy New England hopes can bring all the talent to their offense and thrive under a Drake May offense, where number 8, Stephon Diggs, with an opening drive TD. Could not have asked for a better start there for fantasy. Incredible. What up, A-Channel? I'm telling you, when I picked Stephon Diggs this week, I didn't pick him because he had a big week. I didn't pick him because I thought he could be explosive, as you see the sternum of Mike McDaniel poking through his jacket, just as Adam's apple. That's a hard play to swallow as a head coach. Extra point coming up here for Andres Borlegalis. He will knock this one up and through. I picked Diggs, though, because I don't think he has a very good wide receiver room around him. Demario Douglas, Kyle Williams, Matt Collins, Hunter Henry is the only threat to really take away passes, but they didn't run the football a single time that drive, so I really don't got to worry about that. Most realistic touchdown play of the season? I'd say on a deep pass, probably, yeah. Most of our deep balls have been really bad defense, but That time, we will give it to Stephon Diggs. How will Miami respond? That is the question, though. On the return up to the 29-yard line. Same starting field position. Top 5 favorite NFL players? Ooh, that is a good question. I mean, I have to imagine at least 4 of the 5 would have to be on the Browns, but who's somebody outside of Cleveland that I really do enjoy watching football-wise? I'm not a big Joe Burrow guy. I respect him, though. Tua Tagovailoa and the Dolphin offense opens up from the 29-yard line. Handoff here is to Devon Achane, and this team will look to establish the rush as soon as possible. Achane just looking to stay healthy. What up, Cali Jag? Think Diggs is done, as in, like, not going to produce anymore? We'll see what happens. Dolphins pick up 5 there on the Devon Achane rush, and here is Tagovailoa, the lefty, being sacked in the backfield, a loss of 8. Nobody even touched Robert Spillane. Former Raider picked up a big win in a revenge game last week. I would agree with that take. Yeah, I think Drake May is going to get whatever's left of him. I think having an experienced wide receiver as a young quarterback is legitimately what you need. A very balanced guy, I feel like Diggs. He can be a hothead at times. I think he's going to be a lot more understanding joining the Patriots, a team that really didn't have playoff hopes before he got there. It's that video. Dolphins, though, already in a deep hole on 3rd and 13. Can Tagovailoa pull himself out? Scrambling, throwing on the run, checking it down to Achane, who coughed up the football, and the Patriots pounce on top. A disastrous opening drive for Miami. Kyle Duggar with the scoop up. Wow. Let's see if Achane had a knee down first. Looks like the elbow may have jarred it loose. We will take a look, but for now, a recovery for Kyle Duggar. I think this one will come back. Regardless, though, New England will take over. Just a matter of where. And if it is after a punt or after a turnover. Tua's got to retire before he pulls an A.J. Brown, most definitely. Leggetti, Burrow, Jackson, Davis, and Alvin Kamara. Tough list. And here is the review as expected. This one coming from upstairs in New York. And it looks like that left elbow of Devon Achane was down prior to the fumble. And that is the call that we will go with. A 3-yard pickup on the check down, as the officials doing a good job very quickly of overturning this one. 3.5 minutes through this one, though. It is all New England with an opening drive touchdown and 0 yards given up on the defensive end. Ryan Stonehouse, former Tennessee Titan, on for the punt. Trying to help out a team that got helped up by the officials. This is a beautiful kick. Tremendous flipping of field position up to the 27-yard line. That is a big difference from where a fumble could have put New England. What up, Dakota? Needs to be humble considering he got replaced by Khalil Shakir. I would agree, yeah. But I think he almost is humbling himself by going to New England. In a way. Going to be difficult for him, though. We will see how he adapts to it. Especially after that opening drive touchdown. Demario Douglas, the motion man, gets the jet sweep, and Jalen Phillips all over it. A loss of 2 on the TFL. Boy, a jet sweep in this game works like once in a blue moon. I don't feel like that's a play I want to see ran a lot in Madden 26. For those of you that have not yet gotten the chance to watch the trailer for Madden 26, I'd recommend it. Could be an interesting trend in a different direction. Made down the middle. There is Demario Douglas in a forward direction. And this time it is Jalen Ramsey wrapping him up after an 8-yard pickup. Take a look at our pick'em distribution today. Let me pull up the Google form real quick. I looked earlier. Already forgot, though. Nearly a 50-50 split. We now have 36 total pick'ems. Another late submission in the last 24 hours. Dolphin fans on their feet. Opening home game here in Miami Gardens. Drake May right back to it, though. It's Demario Douglas downfield at the 40-yard line. And May over 115 yards passing. Lighting it up. All right. 20-16 in favor of Miami today. What up, LaShawn? Could be another upset brewing. Browns took down the Ravens. Bears took down the Lions. What else do the Patriots have in store for us there? Just a yard picked up by Antonio Gibson. Should be a lot of Travion Henderson. Not sure why. I have Henderson at running back too. It's another great addition to Madden 26, though. They're going to add new positions, including long snapper and nose tackle, which should be interesting. Will Stevenson finally get a carry? Answer is still no, but the answer downfield is yes to Demario Douglas. 10-yard gain, first down for New England. You and I have the same amount of participation in the running game as Ramondre Stevenson. What up, Benjamin Goforth? Another Finns fan in here. Representing the Sunshine State. They are looking for a stop here on a 1st and 10. RPO's out there, left side. Demario Douglas breaking ankles. Out of bounds at the 25. All right, Ashton Davis takes him out. Right there, what up, A-Rod? Ooh, Pig Latin today, I see. Shout out Teen Titans Go for teaching me Pig Latin. Never used it a day in my life, but it's there. Run heavy formation on a 2nd and 5. Drake May, though, keeping the ball protected between his hands. Fires this one, hit as he throws. And it winds up at the feet of Hunter Henry. All I see is interception. That's all I see. You don't have to speak. You know, divided by language, united by thought type of deal right there. Matt Collins and Jalen Ramsey. One-on-one extra blitz coming. That's going to wind up a 4-yard gain decision coming for New England. What will they do on a 4th and 1? Wouldn't mind seeing them take points here, but also for the content, you got to go for it. Why not? Okay, they will not. Patriots going to settle for the field goal here. A 38-yard attempt. Looking to put them up 10, up and good. Not the greatest kicker of all time with the New England Patriots and Andres Borlegelis, who I will say his name differently every time I speak upon it. Yeah, I'm not upset that they didn't go for it that time, but definitely could have. Dolphins got to wake up, though. Majority of people, Sansorio included, riding with Miami tonight. We will see what happens there. Kickoff for the Patriots once again. Adding to their lead after the punt. How important was that overturning earlier, as this is a great return for Miami up to the 39-yard line. But without a flipping of the field by Ryan Stonehouse this easily, could be a 14-0 game. Devon A. Chance stats for today. Not a lot to show for, all things considered. Had the rush, had the catch, and the near fumble. That's about it, though. Yeah, game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight, Chet. Who we got? And what will the score be? I'm going to go OKC 112 and Indiana 99. That's my guess for the evening. Excellent starting field position here for Tagovailoa on his 2nd drive off the play action I formation with a marker down very, very late near the release of the pass, and this is coming back. This will be on number 73. Yep. Austin Jackson saw that on the replay. Pretty sure he had at least one of those last week as well. A constant guilty party. H-Chan going to be my favorite Dolphin. What about me? You know, I'm a big Zach Sealer enthusiast. Wouldn't mind seeing a Storm Duck breakout season either, but I don't foresee that in the future. One can hope, though. Dolphins once again doing it to themselves. An illegal man downfield penalty sets them back to 1st and 15. Again, though, it's Tagovailoa. Pocket collapsing, going downfield right on the money. What a pass. Malik Washington. That's how you dig yourself out of a hole. Flipping field position. And boy, who was that up front? Jabril Peppers, maybe? Or number 5, that was a dangerous play. That could have been. Might have saved them 15 yards. Pulling up on the hit there. Jonnu Smith in motion. This could be a potential Pittsburgh Steeler in the future. Doing work right now, though, for Miami with a gain of 10. Do we think he's gone? Because now that Pittsburgh's actually making moves with the signing of Aaron Rodgers now, I feel like they're going to bring in Lazard. I feel like they almost have to bring in Jonnu Smith now that Donald Parham Jr. is out for the year. A lot of decisions to make in a lot of front offices. Plenty of time, though. Only the beginning of June. Just about 2 full months until the preseason. Tagovailoa stepping up here off the play action. Good downfield blocking, slides down into the red zone. Miami threatening to score and chip away at a 10-point deficit. Storm Duck is a very legendary name. Pacers upset in game 1. Okay. I like that. Tua now going to work from the empty, or so we thought. Calling for an audible at the line here. Quick drop back pocket again is starting to crumble around him. Step it up away from the ruins. There goes Tagovailoa. Sliding down at the 4. Takes a man down with him. That's a yellow card offense in the Premier League, but in the NFL, that'll earn you a moving of the chains. And that will also take us to the second quarter. All New England, but Miami starting to fight back, finding some firepower under the arsenal of Tagovailoa. And we go 92 yards the other direction to kick off the second quarter. Jonnu Smith again in pre-snap motion. Devon Achane behind Tua Tagovailoa, gets the handoff up the middle, and Jabril Peppers is there alongside Robert Spillane with the tackle. Going to give him a yard, though. Very, very generous offering there from the officials. Yeah, A-Rod to Pittsburgh. That'll be an interesting move. We'll see what happens there. No targets yet today for Waddle or Hill. Handoff. Here's to Achane, sneaking through a tight window, and he finds the end zone. That was a very, very nice run, I must say. Take a look at the replay here from a different angle. Not a lot of room to work with, but Devon Achane finds a way. Miami on the board at home. All right. Thunder and 5 seems to be the most popular and the most likely outcome. I think it's Thunder and 4. I know it sounds bizarre. I'm not going to lie. I've been doubting the Pacers series after series. I think I had them beating Milwaukee. Extra point up and good here for Jason Sanders. I had them beating the Bucks. I actually had the Pacers in 6. I think they won it in 5. But obviously didn't have them beat the Cavs. I went to game 2 against the Heat. Thought Cleveland was going to be a lot better than what they were. They just played a bad series. But I still don't really believe in the Pacers. I know they took down the Knicks too. I thought it would be an easy finals appearance for New York, but I don't know, man. I've been hating on the Pacers all year, though. I'll be honest. I never thought Miles Turner would be a good enough big man to rely on, and a washed Obi Toppin. I don't know. Patriots getting back to it, though, from inside the 10-yard line. Return to the previous line of scrimmage back in the old kickoff days where touchbacks used to go. Bring it back. I am sick and tired of giving offenses free field position for kickoffs. I don't like it. Back in my day, touchbacks were actually at the 20. Once upon a time. Dolphin fans starting to believe here. Only down by a field goal. Got to get a stop first, and that's a great way to start. Knocked away pass in the defensive backfield. Forces second and 10. SG is on too good of a run to lose the series, I agree. Reverse jinx here. Thunder and 4 sounds like lowering expectations. Maybe. Could be a reverse jinx. From the pistol, Drake May. Sets Hunter Henry in motion. Goes right and now goes behind the line of play here. Handoff finally goes to Ramondre Stevenson. He has been charging that one up for multiple drives now. Finally picks up 4. I'm not trying to reverse jinx, but it'll probably end up happening. I thoroughly believe, though, the West has overpowered the East all year. West has been better all season long. It'll show in the finals. First big chance all day for Miami to get off the field since the opening drive. It won't happen, though. Hunter Henry collecting a gain of 7. What up, Leaky Nose? Yeah, bad time to start hating on the Pacers, I guess. I don't know, man. If they prove me wrong, good for them. I'd like to see a 7-game series. I just don't think it'll happen. Hunter Henry lines up with the right tackle here. Ramondre Stevenson breaking away toward the end line. We'll find 5 yards out there. On the exterior, 20 people in stream. Good time to remind you, if you are enjoying what you're seeing, drop a like. We're going to shoot for 15 big ones here today. Been doing a tremendous job of that thus far, just about a week and a half into the season. What an exciting week it has been all across the board. Stephon Diggs in motion. No catches since his opening touchdown. Pinpole's going to Antonio Gibson, and he will lose 2. Ashton Davis again with a beautiful wrap-up on the exterior. What up, Buffalo Bills fan? Hate watching some of your divisional opponents today, I see. Pats facing back-to-back third downs here. This one a yard further, 3rd and 7. 4-man rush. May flushes right, steps up and fires this one in the dirt. Incomplete. And that was a target for Stephon Diggs, although not really his fault. Nothing he could do there. Miami gets their stop, starting to rally around their defense. Can someone explain to me why McDaniel's jacket keeps getting poked through? Punt coming up here for Bryce Behringer. Beautiful kick with a returnability for Malik Washington up to the 24-yard line. Every time they pan the camera over to Mike McCarthy, his chest is sticking through his jacket. How does that happen? I mean, we're in the last 2 months of this game. That's funny. The base still 75 overall, though. I actually am not exactly sure what this roster has them at. Madden updates throughout the season, so. Dolphins back to it offensively. Can Tyre take the lead if they want to on this drive on the crosser? This is Malik Washington again. Previously mentioned, no catches nor targets for Jalen Waddle or Tyreek Hill yet. In this one, they have been well defended by this New England defense. We'll go down the roster now. Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, Kairis Tonga, Jacqueline Roy, Harold Landry coming over from the Tennessee Titans. Christian Ellis, Robert Spillane, the former Las Vegas Raider. Anthony Jennings as well. Here is Achane up the middle, near the line to gain, inches short is the ruling. What's up, Josiah? I am in full sim mode. I am wearing the headset, and that is the only obligation I have for today. Playing this out. Just seeing, hypothetically, with the updated rosters, who Madden thinks would come out on top today. Patriots trying to return the favor here. Force their second 3 and out if possible. Tyreek Hill still awaiting his first target. Blitz coming. Swing pass out there to the right side, and Achane got some room to work with across midfield. Beautiful play designed by McDaniels, but it's fumbled again, and it's picked up by the Pats. This one may stand. I think this one might stand. Achane coughing it up for the second time, and this one looks like he rolled over top of body, and he is knocked down by contact. This is going to be a turnover. What about the PCP? Dolphins might be washed. Wow. Under 6 to go now before halftime. Patriots looking for a big score off of a turnover. I think this one's going to stand. Not even sure we're going to get a review. And we will, though. Going to have to take a look at this for a second time. See if the Dolphins can find any camera angle that could possibly overturn it. Just looked like when he got rolled over top of there by Jabril Peppers, he coughed it up. And this is the best angle. This should remain a fumble. And Patriot ball. Wow. Wow. However, the officials do not see it that way. Dolphins maintain possession. Unbelievable. There is no way that is not a fumble. Madden logic, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your Madden moment of the evening. By a Miami miracle, some might say, Dolphins maintain the football here. Still threatening to tie or take the lead. Tagovailoa got to count his blessings and finally find his main man, Tyreek Hill, on a 9-yard pickup. Fumble happened too late, so it can't be a fumble, basically. 100% though, the Patriots got robbed. NFL officials in mid-season form. That is brutal though. Tyreek Hill picks up 9 on his first reception. Tagovailoa again off the play action. Checks this one down to Malik Washington. Guy's been like the main attraction today. Going back through the Patriot defense, you got Carlton Davis, Christian Gonzalez, and Marcus Jones locking down Tyreek and Jalen Waddle right now. Kyle Duggar and Jarrell Peppers, who just forced that fumble. And the defensive backfield as well. Patriots now have had 2 reviews not go their way. Maybe got to force an interception instead. Out of bounds there for a loss of 2 is Devon Achane. Maybe a ball don't lie moment for New England. Near field goal range, actually, for Jason Sanders, a guy who, while inconsistent, does have a powerful leg for a smaller kicker. Might have to put that on full display here. Miami marching in the wrong direction. Try to turn this around with Tyreek Hill in motion. Being followed and not any longer. Right side handoff is going to get devoured again. TFL for Robert Spillane. It's a loss of 3 in New England. Feels good about where they're at right now. Seems like ball's light quite a few times. How else did the Patriots make the finals? Yeah. Ball didn't lie for them, I feel like. 3rd and a mile for Miami. 5-man rush is picked up for now. Tagovailoa stepping left, looking to escape, and he cannot. He is sacked. And there is Jennings with the sack that time. Anthony Jennings, the linebacker, with the extra help. What up, Doja time? We have another Raider fan in here? No way. Artsuro going to be stoked next time he pops his head in for a stream. A lot of people in here. Good time to remind you, we will have a noon stream tomorrow. A little bit of a rarity. Touch on that in a minute. Ryan Stonehouse on for the punt, looking to pin the New England offense inside their own 10-yard line, and he will do so beautifully out of bounds at the 8. I have work tomorrow night. Don't want to get too far behind my stream schedule before I leave for the U.S. Open in Pittsburgh for a 5-day mini vacation. So I will be hosting a stream tomorrow at noon Eastern time. It'll be the Niners and the Saints from the Caesars Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Won't want to miss that one. Last time those 2 teams played there, one of the great games ever. George Kittle battling through that face mask in a dramatic ending from the Bayou area. Deep pass downfield, overshooting Stephon Diggs. He has not shied away from his deep targets today, as Drake May. Not one bit whatsoever. Yeah, it'll be noon tomorrow. No 8 p.m. stream. 2nd and 10, Ramondre Stevenson looking to deliver some breathing room here. On a stretch handoff, left side, got good blocking, and Stevenson down the sideline with a mean stiff arm to Ashton Davis. Picks up 22. Wow. Bringing out the big guns that time. Been a very quiet first half for running backs here today. Achane has fumbled it twice and gotten away with it both times. Both of these quarterbacks love the play action. Have not shied away from it whatsoever. Right now, though, it is the Ramondre Stevenson show again. Back-to-back first down carries. Gain of 10 that time. Yeah, the difference between the Patriots and the Chiefs in terms of dynasty, the Chiefs don't play great football like the Patriots did. Maybe early on in their dynasty, but as of late, it's just been ugly and lucky. I don't like it. Drake May making an adjustment here at the line. This time it's Antonio Gibson hanging on for dear life through a Jalen Phillips tackle. And that should and will take us to the 2-minute warning. Patriots ahead by a field goal. As you can still see, Mike McDaniel with his skin poking through his jacket. 10-7 lead from a beautiful open roof Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Gorgeous September afternoon. Dolphins trying to take advantage of their opponent being in the heat on a sunny September. Pass down the middle, caught by Demario Davis on his 5th reception. Extends the football across midfield. Never forget how much of a home field advantage the Dolphins have in the early half of the year. Well, he's got like his triceps like poking through his arm or his jacket too. What in the world? Diggs lining up off the line of scrimmage here. Running across for this pass downfield. Dangerous but delivered delectably. I'm just making up words at this point. Hunter Henry picks up 12. I'm pretty sure that's only an adjective I should use for food. And even then, it's like a naughty word to use for food. I need my cook in the chat to verify that for me. Approaching the final minute now of the second quarter. Fins rushing for again. Drake May heaving this one back corner of the end zone. One-on-one, way overshoots Matt Collins. That ball simply never had a chance. You don't test a guy like Jalen Ramsey very often. Yeah, delectably. That word hasn't been in my vocabulary since like pre-COVID, but here we are. Second and 10 after a shot downfield. Winds up in the front row as a souvenir for some lucky season ticket holders. This pass, another dangerous one out there to Hunter Henry. Picks up 9. Browns are anything but loaded. They might actually have the worst roster in the NFL, truth be told. Patriots take their first time out on 3rd and 1, 46 seconds to go. We'll be good in a couple years, hopefully. We just got to settle down and find out who the guys are, who the guys aren't. Low expectations this season. 5 wins would be great. Hopefully the Jaguars are bad for drafting purposes. We'll see. Stephon Diggs in press coverage here on a 3rd and 1. Pats take their first time out. Downfield pass caught by Diggs. Breaks a tackle and dives for his second touchdown of the opening half. What a pull. It is showtime in the Sunshine State. Going down low, gets tripped as well. Never lost his footing. And around to the end zone. This is beautiful. This is exactly what I planned. You get a gunslinger like Drake May in a pass-first offense with a wide receiver 1 like Stephon Diggs, and watch dangerous things happen. Extra point up and good. And the Patriots reinstate a 10-point lead. I think that was a 92-yard drive, actually. Began all the way back at the 8. Not sure why Madden only giving him credit for 90. March, nonetheless, though. Yeah, McDaniels might have outgrown that jacket a little bit. Celtics Diggs is not doing that. Celtics Diggs is crazy. That is a wild pull. Celtic Shaq in NFL form. Who is the Celtic Shaq of the National Football League? Who do you guys think? I don't even think Brett Favre could be that guy. I don't know. And a kick return taken for the Miami Dolphins. Big hit again. Delivered up front. Stephon Diggs, well, okay. That was insinuated. I picked that one up pretty quick. Let's talk about how good Florida is. Absolutely stacked at wide receiver. Evans, Godwin, BTJ, Hunter Hill, and Waddle. And they just got Travis Hunter. Oh, you did say Hunter, yeah. 100% bypassed that. Florida stacked but no rings. Yeah, they are all stuck in mediocrity. Defense is vastly important. Miami realizing that against the pass here. Offense, though, got to get going. Good start to their drive. A pickup of 8. Timeout number 1 taken. Malik Washington might be a guy to look for. What up, JJJ? Yeah, we're just trying to figure out historically who Celtic Shaq is. Is it not Phillip Rivers on the Colts? Would it be more Matt Ryan? I think Matt Ryan would be fair. Good pull. I'll take that. Malik Washington been the leading receiver. We're in seal today for Miami. Tagovailoa stepping up in the pocket, and he will pick up about a yard that time. Turning nothing into something. However, that something costs him a timeout. Christian Gonzalez denying the edge to Tua Tagovailoa. Julio Jones, good take. Julio Jones on the Eagles is the real Celtic Shaq. I think we have found our winner. No one will ever mention him on Philadelphia. 3rd down at about 1.5 yards here. Dolphins down to their final timeout. Tagovailoa airing this one deep downfield, knocked away by Christian Gonzalez. Well, got to give Miami credit for taking a shot. feel like they have been wanting to test that secondary. Haven't had one-on-one coverage until then, and Speedy Gonzalez wins the race. Stonehouse on for the punt here. Should be one of our final plays before halftime. As this is kind of shanked out of bounds. Actually going to be a great kick. Never mind me. Out of bounds at the 7. And the Patriots will take a knee and take us to halftime. Dolphins received the second half kickoff, so this game is far from over. But the Patriots have got to be satisfied with the opening half they played. Getting robbed out of a turnover, too. They still turn that possession into a touchdown. Does not matter. Can't tell this team no. Looking to be the first team to 2-0 this season. Stevenson picks up 3. Very, very grateful yards there. Up to the 10, and he will take us to halftime. New England 17, Miami 7 at the end of 2. And we will take you straight to half number 2. This won't last forever, though. I have had inside sources tell me we are getting a Scott Hansen halftime show in a Thursday, Sunday, and Monday Night Football special presentation. I cannot wait for that, let me tell you. It's going to be great. Todd Gurley with the Falcons should also be considered. Okay, that's a big pull. That's a good pull as well. Cowboys-Chiefs Super Bowl, that'd be America's nightmare. Miami now opening half number 2 with an excellent return out in front all the way to the 40-yard line. They will never complain about something like that. Tagovailoa with a short field to work with. Feels like they almost have to come away with points here. They got to wake up the bear down south. Been a dormant offense through the first 10 minutes. -1. Very nice drive. Capped off with a Devon Achane touchdown. Back in it here. Running back to the right side of Tagovailoa. This time, though, he is well protected. Doesn't mean that's going to last forever. Stepping around the pocket, and his offensive line did him no favors that time. Christian Barmore bears down on him. 4-yard sack. Or the big defensive tackle. Couldn't get out of his way right there. Who do you think gets their Super Bowl first? Allen, Burrow, or Jackson? Hot take. 2 of those 3 never get a ring. I think Lamar Jackson and Joe Burrow never get it. I think Josh Allen gets 1. That's it. Alec Ingle, the fullback, checking in here on a 2nd and 14. My formation handoff is going to go outside to Devon Achane. He'll pick up 1. No access, though, to a shaded sideline via Christian Gonzalez. Bills line Super Bowl would be kind of cool. Burrow, Jackson. Okay, so chat completely disagrees with me. All right. 3rd and a baker's dozen. Tagovailoa looking to cook and carve up this defense, but instead, they slice him down again for the 4th time today. For all my culinary artists in chat, that play was for you. 7-yard loss for Tagovailoa. Dolphins will punt it away. 3 and out despite an excellent kick return. They are not helping themselves right there. It could be my bias, I'm not going to lie, but almost guarantee Lamar and Burrow both don't get one. Stonehouse on for the punt. Gets this one away. And a return will be brought out here from the 15 up to the 19-yard line. Drake May will take over. I don't see a way in which 2 quarterbacks from the same division end up with a ring. Vince was a bad choice. Yeah, so it seems today. I don't even know who I picked, to be honest. I'm worried. I'm going to look at the Google Sheets in between plays. See what happens. Patriots taking back over. Looking to install a 3-point lead or a 3-possession lead as Drake May is devoured again. And who's this big fella up front? Another Jones in the mix that time. All right, let me take a look at the pick him real quick. MSG Productions. Patriots, huge. Absolutely huge. Looking to go to a 3-game win streak. Much needed. I just don't have a lot of faith in this Dolphin offense. They don't use their tools too well. Dolphins trying to bring another blitz here. On 2nd and 14, handoff is to Gibson, and he will lose 3. Again, Jones right up front. Big fella making 2 of the biggest plays back-to-back for Miami. Game definitely not over yet. Plenty of time to go. And now, 3rd and 17 for Drake May. Delayed blitz coming, picked up for the moment. Jalen Phillips giving chase. That pass somehow caught, but short by 2 yards by Matt Collins. Wow. I thought for a second there Jalen Ramsey, I should say, came away with that football. 15-yard pickup, though. Going to help out their punter at the very least. Terrific effort, though, from the North Carolina Tar Heel. Bryce Behringer on for the punt. Dolphins going to give their return man an opportunity. Malik Washington met at the 35. Tagovailoa and company take it over just about from where they kicked it away on the previous possession. Yeah, the McDaniels offense didn't last too long. That's what happens when you major in history. World needs to see Kyler's Tyler run Madden 26. Yes, we do. Need it like air. AP on the Hawks or Titans. AP on the Titans. That's a good take as well. Run heavy formation to the right side, which obviously means a handoff left to Devon Chan, who will pick up 7. Jabril Peppers is there, the former Cleveland Brown. Miss him every day. Wish we never traded him away for the OBJ trade back in the 2018-2019 offseason. And now that I'm done with that mini rant, we move to a 2nd and 3. Had a game-winning sack on Case Keenum against the Broncos on Thursday Night Football. Alec Ingold checking back into the game here on 2nd and 3 from the 42. Again, it's Tagovailoa firing this one toward the sideline, and climbing there he is, Jalen Waddle. Been awake, or asleep, all of the first half, finally awakened in the 3rd quarter. Just noticed some of the Celtic Shaq was. Don't watch basketball or pay attention to it. No, it's fair enough. Yeah, a significantly athletic player, Hall of Fame caliber for sure, that just nobody remembers him for being on a different team. Dolphins, though, with a new set of downs at the 31-yard line. Tagovailoa finds a wide open Jalen Waddle, starting to break away now in the 3rd quarter. 13-yard pickup, and the Dolphins can't taste the end zone. Will they find it, though? That is the question. Just about ready to put out the live poll here. Stay seated. Won't want to miss the 4th quarter. 36 combined points in the 4th quarter last night in a shell-shocking 37-30 ball game. Delayed handoff is to Devon Chan. Breaks away from one tackle and eventually met by Christian Barmore. Get that Penguin fired up. Dolphins are weak. I mean, there are stronger teams, but I just feel like they're stuck in that 9-8 bubble. They have been in there for a while, too, since the post-Ryan Tannehill days. And even then, a couple of years in the middle of the pack. Longest playout win drought in the NFL. Checked out is caught by Devon Chan. WWE style. Brought down, though, at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, last night was some ecstasy for Bears fans. Todd Gurley fall off was very devastating. Yeah, we'll say that. Patriots trying to make a stand here with their heels on the goal line. 3rd and 4 from the 12. Tagovailoa with the check down, able to keep the drive moving forward. 6-yard pickup, 1st and goal for Miami. Here come the Fins. Been called Arrow and I've been called Era, but under no circumstances did anyone ever refer to me by the numbers until today. Yeah, 9110. I didn't even pay attention to that. That is something else. Christian Gonzalez now being tasked with Jalen Waddle. Left side handoff is to Devon Chan. Finally turns upfield. And fortunately for him, that play doesn't go the wrong direction, because it was panning out to be an Anthony Jennings TFL. Ball remains at the 6-yard line. No more Gerard Mayo in New England, fired after their Week 18 victory. Ball now a little bit further up here at the 6-yard line. Another handoff to Chan, and he'll lose 2 this time, though. And who is the big fella with the TFL? Milton Williams now forces 3rd and goal at the 8. Peyton Hillis, though, shout out Madden 12 cover. My GOAT had a pretty big fall off as well after a hamstring injury. One last gasp here for Miami to find the end zone on 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line, and wide open. Jalen Waddle cuts the lead to 1 score. Nobody even applying pressure. A little bit too much cushion there given by Christian Gonzalez. Good drive for Tua. Dolphins back in it. That is what they needed. And there is the world-famous Penguin celebration. Thunder Crowd's electric, just wants a timeout already. What is the score? 10-10. All right. Sanders on for the extra point, which will bring us within a field goal. 2:44 to go in the third quarter. Shape it up to be a big end to this one. Yeah, Thunder should take this game, but I just don't know. We'll have to wait and see what happens. I think McDaniels is wearing his Belichick hoodie today with all that holes. Oh, 100%. COVID Bill Belichick was going through something. Wonder if that's when he found his girlfriend. Graduating from high school. I wonder. Sanders on for the kickoff, though. Big time. 12.5 minutes coming up here from Miami Gardens. Good return, though, breaking away from a couple of tacklers. Looks like that is Antonio Gibson. Up to the 28-yard line. Drake May ready to get back to action. All right. And here we go. May on a 1st and 10 from the 28 will hand off inside to Antonio Gibson down the sideline. Where breakaway speed. Antonio Gibson, former Commander, almost took that one all the way. Not going to lie, I was completely reading the play-by-play of the Thunder Pacers game in the middle of that. Bit of a botched call on my end. We were due for one. Patriots, though, not botching much up front. Stevenson checking back in. Big smirk on his face as he'll get the football this time. Left side and no gain. Under 2 now in the third quarter. Offense shows up and defense disappears. That's how it goes when you need them most. Always and forever. Back to it here, though. 2nd and 10. Finn still looking for a stop. Stevenson left side. Stiff arm is down, and Stevenson is not until the 34. What up, Cassie? What a run for big old number 38. Bit of a bigger bodied running back than most. Shout out Eddie Lacy. Brings up a 3rd and 5. As loud as it has been all afternoon at Hard Rock Stadium. May step it up with a pocket, plenty of room ahead, and he has got an easy gain of 9 with the slide. That was 2020-2023 Justin Herbert. Defense just non-existent. Also coaching, just non-existent. That's what happens when you go to the LA Chargers, I fear. Huge first down picked up. Dolphins, though, looking to force a huge turnover here. RPO left side, caught by Demario Douglas. 2-yard gain that time. Shape it up to be another huge fourth quarter coming up here. And we will get you the live poll as soon as quarter 4 begins here after the next play. Big play, though, for New England. Do not have to snap the ball, but they will. Drake May off the play action. Steps up in the pocket, no escape, and he is sacked. Number 3 today for the Miami defense, and that'll take us to the fourth quarter. A 3-point differential. Live poll is out. Get your votes in now. Who you got with 10 to go? Dolphin defense has woken up after giving up an explosive play to open up the drive. Jet sweep is going to be tackled for loss again by Jalen Phillips. 3-yard loss, and New England will settle for the field goal. Give me the pass to finish. It's the Patriot way. We will see. Tie could be on the horizon with a miss here. And what is this decision? This has got to be the biggest head scratcher of the year. Patriots going for it on 4th and 16. May steps up and delivers, though, to Stephon Diggs, pointing out blockers. They have a first down. Can you believe that? What a gamble. How much trust do you have in your second-year quarterback? Wow. Step aside, Dan Campbell. There's a new guy in town with a whole lot of risk in him. Unreal. I know Dan Campbell looking at this game, smiling somewhere. How about that? Dolphin fans are shell-shocked. Handoff is to Gibson, cutting up the middle, and he is stuffed at the 1. Take care of that football at all costs. Listen, I knew their kicker wasn't great, but man, it's a 48-yarder. I got like a 5% chance of that on a Sunday afternoon. Ay. Ball at the half-yard line. Antonio Gibson is the tailback, gets the handoff, and finds the end zone. The risk pays to a reward for the Patriots. 2-score lead reinstated. Just a great drive there, though, from the second-year QB and Drake May. Calm, cool, and collected. The 3 C's that he had to be. Why are you playing prevent defense on 4th and 16 down by 3? I mean, I don't think it's a terrible decision. Casino blitz, is that like engage 8? Funny terminology. Yeah, I don't know, though. Morgan Gillis, again, is just not a great kicker at all. But he'll knock an extra point through from time to time. He hit the game-winning field goal last week. Where's your faith in this guy? More faith in QB1, though. I got to respect it. Can't believe they went for it there. Unreal. None the matter, though. Dolphins, again, trail by 10. Live poll right now. 73% of the 11 votes in favor of New England. Get them in, and get them in while you can. Chat already calling for good games all around. Are we already at that point? I don't know. Too much time and too many timeouts for me. Dolphins special teams has been delivering all day long, and finally their production starting to hit the floor as well. Top 5 play all year, I must say. One of my favorites this season. I couldn't believe when I saw him come out. Ready to go for it. Goodness, man. Something else, though. 8:24 left to go in the 4th quarter. Dolphins outgained by 150 yards offensively today. They need a Tagovailoa legacy drive here on the check down to Tyreek Hill. Good start. They'll pick up 10 to the 31-yard line. Allen Fields made to his head. I have to respectfully put Fields probably at number 4. I'd probably put Tua at 2 for right now. 2nd and a foot here for Miami. Tagovailoa, though, thinks this is a passing down and why not. There's Jalen Waddle again, starting to open up here in the second half. Allen made Tua Fields, fair enough. And there's our vote for the tie. There it is. I always have to put it for those that ask. One of these days it's going to hit, though. I can start putting tie on the pick'em if you'd really like. There is that possibility. Fins in the I formation. Alec Ingle in at fullback once again. Tua sets and fires sideline, and again, very misproductive play on that check down. And Christian Burrow, I thought he was hurt there for a minute. All good, though. Camera panning to a very misconceiving play. I love the videos. Appreciate it, boss. Glad to have you here for the 4th quarter. Another divisional game. 7:16 to go now for Miami. Needing at least a field goal on this drive to bring us back within a score. Outside passes there to Devon Achane with a mean armbar in the mix. 7:11 to go. Automatically win the week if you pick time to pick them. I'll give that to you. Why not? It won't be this week, though. Not an option until week 3. Bunch formation right. And Tyreek Hill to the left side. Only been found, really, on a couple of checkdowns today. Will Tua find him on a deep ball down the field? Not him, but somebody else all the way in the end zone. And let's see who it is on the reveal. Nick Westbrook-Akine. It's the former Tennessee Titan ready to put on a Dolphins jersey. First catch on his first target, and it's his first touchdown with the Fins. All right. Nick Westbrook-Ikhine. Maybe it's year number 2 with Miami. I might have that wrong. Allow me to double check his illustrious career. Mostly been a wide receiver 3, and that'll probably continue on. Extra point here for Jason Sanders on the way, and it is good. Back to a field goal, anybody's game, as I previously mentioned. Far from over. Could have picked every game a tie. I'll win at least once. Well, there you go. That could be the strategy. Not gonna lie, I went to clip it and nearly ended stream just there. I don't know what was going through my head. Wasn't acting with very much brain power there. Nonetheless, though, 55 minutes into stream, anybody's game heading into the final 7 minutes of regulation football. Tie could be in play still. Not out of the picture just yet. Dolphins turn it to their defense here. Patriots get the return out to the 27-yard line. 6:44 to go. Drake May with a big task ahead of him here. Led a touchdown drive, converted on a 4th and 16 to set up a walk-in Antonio Gibson CD. Got to have a big drive here, though. Stephon Diggs is blinking orange up top. That is a red flag if you're a Dolphin fan. Stevenson, though, gets the handoff up the middle, trucks him in and coughed up the football. Scooped up by Miami, and this one certainly will stand. When you need the cardiac kids to show up, they deliver in the crunch time. Stevenson running over Ashton Davis, but Bradley Chubb from behind, a peanut punch, frees up the football, and Miami in prime position. They were calling for this game to be over. And look at the shift in the live voting now. 33% to award the Dolphins. I have Trevion Henderson at running back too. I'll talk to my guy that does the rosters, try to figure out what the issue is. But yeah, no idea why he's not getting some in-game action. I feel like Stevenson will be running back 1 though, at least for a while. Patriots get the short end of the stick on every review today. Tagovailoa from under center goes right side, finds Jonnu Smith at 10-yard gain. And call it 9. Up to the 29-yard line. Tie vote at an all-time high. What are we up to now? 13%, 2 votes. Huge. Shout out to the tie option. Not with those fumble problems. Well, touche. Jonnu Smith in the slot here. Who will do a pick out on 2nd and 1. Heaving this one back corner of the end zone. And there is Tyreek Hill. Miami leads for the first time today. Big time play from Tagovailoa. A miraculous 4th quarter comeback in the cooking for Miami. Nobody anywhere near Tyreek Hill, and those feet are indeed down in the back of the end zone. Boy, this is looking bad for my pick'em, but great for the content. Terrific for the entertainment if you showed up for that, and not much more. You are getting your cake and eating it too. 27-24 with a pending extra point from Jason Sanders, which is up and good with no problem. Dolphins cash in off the turnover immediately on a 2-play, 35-second drive. Ramondre Stevenson going to have to tuck that football a little bit better. That is a huge play down the stretch. Thunder up 6 now. Shea has 9 points already. 4 of 9 shooting. How has he shot the ball 9 times in less than 10 minutes? Goodness gracious. A little bit absurd there. Patriots take it over. Needing a touchdown on this drive. Antonio Gibson on the return. Delivers excellent starting field position. Once again, Drake May got to dig his offense out of a hole. What up, Levi? If 7 turnovers, good lord. been open on every play. How do you leave the best guy on the floor open every play? Aye. 6 minutes to go in regulation. And a new revelation here in Miami. Drake May looking to lead a comeback through a big hit. There is Austin Hooper. Most of his career in Tennessee. Kind of bounced around a little bit. Spent 2020 in Cleveland. And has made his most recent home with a pit stop in New England. New England, though, turning to Drake May for more late-game heroics. Backpedaling, fires this one downfield, and it will be held onto. What a grab by Demario Douglas. Spell Diggs bomb. Oh, boy. No longer sniffing turnovers, I see. Yet to have an interception today. Haven't even really come close. Does that mean we're due? Is that what A-Rod would say? Stevenson back to it here after his fumble. They don't trust him here, though. They do trust Drake May. Down the field, connects again with Stephon Diggs. Boy, he's cooking up for me today. Huge fantasy performance for Stephon Diggs. Midway point of the fourth. 8 turnovers in the first 9 minutes, and it's a close game still. Got to give him credit. Time is still ticking away. Patriots need a touchdown. Cannot settle for the field goal. Here goes Gibson. Out to the 23-yard line. Kader Kohu, I believe that was on the tackle that time. And no, definitely wrong. That is Melifonwu with the tackle. There we go. Finally found the name up top there. 4 targets to pick out here for Drake May. Stevenson, the running back in the slot, passes out in his direction, and plenty of room ahead. Ramondre Stevenson, hang on to the football. First and goal, Patriots. At the 9-yard line, final 4 minutes to go. This is going to be a great finish. No matter who ends up winning it, it'll be a good one. Goal to go situation. Handoff is to Antonio Gibson. Cuts inside the 10. Finds just a yard out there in the sunshine. Let him score, save the time. I don't know, though. Got to at least try for a stop here. Obvious 4-down territory. They got to run probably 2 more plays here. And then the 2-minute warning. You should be okay to give it a shot. 1 yard picked up there for Antonio Gibson. Screen pass out there to Ramondre Stevenson. Tackled forward to the 5-yard line, and we will have 1 more play before the 2-minute warning. Try to score quick if you're New England. Yeah, that's fair. That is a completely fair take. Will they even find the end zone, though? That is the question. Massive play here on a 3rd and goal. Dolphins showing pressure again, and they will blitz. Drake May fires. Touchdown number 3 for Stephon Diggs. Have yourself a day. Number 8. This is unbelievable. Clinical. You simply cannot let that man get a step on the slants, and that's exactly what happens that time. Dolphins cope. Fantasy's over this week. I might just win with 3 players. I may not even want to take Travis Kelce. Give me Chuba Hubbard, and we'll call it a week. He might lead all receivers. Well, I don't know. Terry McLaurin, though. Scary Terry had himself a week, too. Borregale is on for the extra point. Up and good. 3-point game after an 8-play, 69-yard, 3-minute, 39-second drive for Drake May and the New England Patriots. New England Patriots, that is hard. Celtics Diggs going off for the only time this season. He had a good game last week. 4 total touchdowns this season. Got to respect his game. Thunder up by 10 now. Okay. But here goes the 2-minute drill you guys have been looking forward to. Dolphins begin their embark on a huge possession. Starting out at the 26-yard line. See what Tagovailoa. Got to keep his head screwed on sight. Can't take a big hit here. Just needs a field goal to tie. But a touchdown potentially could win the game. Also have to be cognizant, of not letting New England get the football back with too much time here. Don't want to leave Drake May 13 seconds on the clock. I feel like that's a scary guy in the crunch. Fins, though, not worried about anything time-related. Just about the points they put on the board here. Tua running for his life right into a sack. A disastrous start. A loss of 8. Which will take us to the 2-minute warning. 31-28 Patriot lead at Hard Rock Stadium. Ball at the 17-yard line when we return. Got to respect this game. Don't really want to. Well, you don't have to respect this game. I would personally respect it. That's just me, though. Post 2-minute warning. What does Mike McDaniel have dialed up here? On a 2nd and 18, check down is to the speedster Tyreek Hill, who will get 7 yards back there. Very important play. Good chunk play on 2nd down. Vastly, vastly important. 11 shots in 11 minutes for 11 points. Sounds like Shea. Is Shea not Kobe? He might be. 3rd and 11 for the Dolphins. Definite 4-down territory. Tagovailoa stepping up, lowers his head, making sure he's not concussed this time. He picks up the 1st down. Timeout, Dolphins. Early timeout, I must say. He tucked his chin. Not into a tackle, though. Away from it. Shoulder first there, Tua. Shoulder first. He learned. Only took him a couple of scrambled eggs up top. 1st and 10 again, though, for Miami. Tua stepping up, gonna do it himself again across midfield. This time he slides down at the New England 45. And the Dolphins right on the cusp of field goal range with a minute to go. This is gonna get interesting. I'm here for the OT. Miami now in the no huddle. Tyreek Hill trying to hide down there. And now he's in motion. Will Tua pick him out here? Stepping up in the pocket, fires this one down the field in the breadbasket to Malik Washington. Absolute time from Tagovailoa into the red zone, out of bounds as well. Huge play from the Alabama Crimson Tide QB. Absolute dart there. Same formation for Miami. Same pre-snap motion as well. Tua shuffling left. Pressure coming again. He gets away inside the 15, slides down. A 9-yard pickup. 36 seconds to go. Dolphins down to their final timeout. A-Rod calling for the INT. Chili calling for the tie. What will we get? What a game, though. Yeah, great 4th quarter again. Top tier entertainment to the very end here. Can the Dolphins steal one late in a heroic 4th quarter comeback? Blitz coming. Tagovailoa is sacked. Football loose, scooped up by New England, and this is going to go the other direction all the way. The biggest swing of momentum you will ever see. Touchdown, Patriots, and they will win it. Unreal. Can you believe that? And all the cameras out in the end zone. Wow. Jalen Hawkins scoops it up, but the fumble is forced up front by Robert Spillane. A huge play inside the red zone. New England's defense wins it. Unreal. I am satisfied with that ending. You know, Madden didn't screw it up with the clock. They made it creative. They had a terrific algorithm for this one. And I must say, as a Stephon Diggs fantasy owner and a Patriots pick'em person, I killed 2 birds with 1 stone today. Extra point here on the way and good for Borgelis. And the Patriots lead by 10. 23 seconds to go, which means the Patriots are the first team to 2-0 this season. Who would have thought? Not me. Not I. Not this guy. Closing the live poll after 17 votes favoring the New England Patriots. The majority speaks correctly. This particular instance. Wow. I am very, very happy with that ending. Tua turned the ball over. Couldn't finish the game the way he wanted to. Malik Washington up to the 29. Had such a good drive there, too. Had a couple of first down scrambles. Had a terrific sideline pass to Malik Washington. Dolphins led 28-24 in the fourth quarter. It didn't happen, though. We will see a silver night. Can't forget the stats, though. I will get those. Pretty sure Diggs went 4 for 115 in all 3 TDs. Maybe 5, actually. Legacy game, though, where the former Viking, Bill, and Sexton, Tagovailoa will fire this one out of bounds and complete. This game has already been decided, though, from the moment that was scooped up by a New England Patriot. Cannot believe the ending we were treated to today. Hopefully we get something similar tomorrow at noon Eastern time with the Saints and the Niners. Can't wait for that game. Going to be a great battle. Down south, that is a long distance to travel as well. For San Francisco, screen is out there, and a pickup of 4. Dolphins take their final timeout. Fun game, almost watch go Thunder. All right. Thunder should relatively walk away with game 1 based on the score right now. We'll see what happens. Gonna be fun, though, tomorrow. First noon stream since, like, 2022, I think. Been a while. Perhaps our final play here. Tua taking his time. In no rush anymore. Fires this one away out of bounds and complete. And we will get to do this one final time. What an opening to this season for New England. Overtime win on a game-winning field goal at home. A scoop and score to seal it against the Miami Dolphins. Clutch Gene. Tom Brady perhaps left behind for the defense to grasp onto. So we're going to heave this one deep downfield on the final play of the game. It is deflected and incomplete, and the Patriots are 2-0. 2 games into the season, a 38-28 stunner from Miami Gardens, Florida. And there you have it. Tua in disbelief. They had a tie game right there in somehow, some way. The Patriots come away with the victory in regulation. What a game, though, for our quarterbacks. Passing the football at least 145.9, 147.3. There's your rushing. Nobody had a great day. Tua actually led all rushers. That is a crazy stat. Here's your receivers, though. 5 for 119 and 3 touchdowns for Stephon Diggs. Mario Douglas, Jalen Waddle also having some pretty good days out there. Tyreek Hill woke up late. That's a big game, though, for the AFC playoff seeding race. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Looking forward to a noon stream tomorrow. And hope to see